Floan, Jenna Horstman, Brooke Walterstorff, Megan Crossman, and Elizabeth Keel. And their libero is Kayla Brookheis. Indiana Wesleyan will start with Ray Brandis, Christiana Tavo, Raina Troyer, Remy Buckner, Christina Egebrecht, Katie Haller, and their libero, Rebecca Brandis. And it will be the Dordt defenders to start serving game number 1. That'll be number 1, Kayla Brookheis for the defenders. Glad you're with us tonight, wherever you are. More exciting pool play action here at the Tyson Event Center. Dug up by Ray Brandis. Set in the middle to Buckner, and it's short of the net and a point for Dordt. 4 hits is the call. 1-0 in favor of Dordt. Winner this will play tomorrow morning. Short serve, Brandis, not a good pass. Tough angle, can she get it over? Yes, she can. Gay-Sink sets to Elizabeth Keel, and a nice dig by the Wildcats. Tavo swings and gets dug up by Brookheis. Quick set in the middle, dug up by Brookheis off the block. Out of the back row, Walterstorff puts it in the net, and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. One apiece as we start here, set number 1. Winner of this one goes to the elimination round starting tomorrow morning. Number 15 in the country is Dordt. Indiana Wesleyan receiving votes. This is a 3-4 matchup from Pool C. Dordt number 3. Dordt on offense. Quick set in the middle. Floan hits it long, and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. They lead 2-1. Indiana Wesleyan a winner yesterday against Lindsey Wilson. Dordt a loser yesterday to Biola. Ray Brandis with the serve, dug up by the defenders. Keel swings and gets dug up by Ray Brandis. Tip at the net, dug up by Dordt, sent outside, dug up by Rebecca Brandis of Indiana Wesleyan. Back set to Tavo, who tips over the block in front of Brookheis for the kill. Collicott in there as well for Indiana Wesleyan up front. 3-1 Wildcats with an early lead here in set 1. Short serve. Quick set in the middle. Floan gets the kill. Quick call by the down official. Lindsay Floan gets her first kill. It's the first kill for Dordt. And it's 3-2 Indiana Wesleyan. Short serve. Ray Brandis with the set out to Collicott off the block. She recovers. Back set to Tavo down the right side, dug up in the middle. Dordt with it. Set goes outside, down the line, and the kill goes to number 18, Megan Crossman. Crossman ties it at 3 for Dordt. Short serve is an ace for Dordt. First one of the evening for both teams. Dordt takes a 4-3 lead. Nice serve that time by Jocelyn Bausma, who's into the game. Little jump float coming. Another short serve. Ray Brandis barely gets there. From her knees, she gets it over. Dordt on offense. Set goes outside, and it's hit wide by Crossman. And we're tied at 4. Rebecca Brandis to serve for Indiana Wesleyan in the near court. Jump float from the middle of the floor, dug up by Brookheis. Out to get it is Gay-Sink. Crossman sends it over the block and in. Kind of rolled it over in front of Ray Brandis, and a kill for Dordt. They lead 5-4. Number 12, Siri Nelson into the game for the defenders. She started last night, did not tonight. And the serve is into the net and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. We're tied at 5. Wildcats make a substitution. Lindsay Rogan into the game. She will go back to serve for the Wildcats in the near court. Bausman tries to get it, sent over to the Wildcats. Bump set Rebecca Brandis, tight to the net, dumped over to Dort. Gasink sets it way outside. Walterstorff dug up by Ray Brandis. Out to Collicott at the 10-foot line, dug up by Dort. Slide this time, flown, dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Out it goes Collicott, swings and hits it long, and a point for Dort. (6-5) defenders with the lead, and they will serve. Ray Brandis with the pass for the Wildcats. Quick set in the middle. Egebrecht gets the kill. Christine Egebrecht makes it a 6-6 ball game. Indiana Wesleyan will be on serve. Holler to serve, their setter. Dug up by Brookheist. Set goes outside. Nice dig by Ray Brandis. Overpass dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Ray Brandis tips. Dug up by Bausma. Bausma will pass again. Slide this time. And Walterstorff cross court gets the kill. Point for Dort. 7-6 defenders. Kiel returns. Selene Hahn also into the game. Gasink to serve. Cross court, dug up by Holler. Set goes in the middle. Egebrecht off the hands. Gets dug up by Dort. Free ball coming over to Indiana Wesleyan. Holler. Slide. Egebrecht. Cross court into the corner for the kill. Egebrecht will now go back to serve as we're tied at 7 here in the first. Indiana Wesleyan in the near court, Dort in the far court. Serve dug up by Brookheist, tight set to the net, and it's on the back line for Walterstorff. (8-7) defenders take the lead. They're on serve in the far court. Ray Brandis with the pass. Set goes out to her, and it's hit long, no touch. Point, Dort. 9-7 defenders here in the first. Winner this goes to the elimination round starting tomorrow morning as the number 2 seed out of this pool. Tight set at the net. Joust. Won by Dort. Won by Megan Krausman, and it's a 10-7 lead for the defenders. Hahn to serve, dug up by Ray Brandis. She will tip, dug up by Krausman. Back set, it goes to number 13, Jenna Horseman. She's dug. Joust again at the net. Ray Brandis. Now Dort gets it over. Indiana Wesleyan with the swing by Buckner. Dug up by Dort, but back to Indiana Wesleyan. Tip, dug up by Brookheist. Quick set over the top of the middle, but they do recover. Indiana Wesleyan out to Ray Brandis. Blocked out of bounds, and a point for the Wildcats. Katie Holler returns back to serve for Indiana Wesleyan in the near court. Tavo back in up front for the Wildcats. Back set it goes to Horseman, and Horseman gets the kill for Dort. Jenna Horseman, the 6-foot sophomore outside. From Pella, Iowa. 6-footer. Ball dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Quick set in the middle. Buckner dug up by Brookheist. Out of the back row, Walterstorff puts it in the net, and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. 11-9, Dort with a 2-point lead. Back in up front is Sarah Collicott for the Wildcats. Ray Brandis to serve for the Wildcats. Tip at the net. Dort with it. Quick little shoot set flown. Big corner. Dug up Rebecca Brandis. Ray Brandis from the back row. Dug up Collicott, or Walterstorff. Kiel dug up by Ray Brandis. Collicott, tough angle. Dug up by Dort. Quick set and tipped wide by Krausman. 11-10, Dort leads by 1. Ray Brandis back to serve for Indiana Wesleyan. Serve is deep, dug up by Walterstorff, and a double called on Gaysink. First double of the match for Kayla Gaysink, and we're tied at 11. Short serve, dug up Walterstorff. Set goes outside. Krausman is blocked, but dug up by Brookheis of Dordt. Keel tips over the block, dug up by Tavo. Everybody's falling all over the place. Dordt with it. Set goes out to Krausman. One-on-one, nice dig. Rebecca Brandis, but over to Dordt. Dordt in the middle, Flown with the kill. Lindsay Flown with her second. It's 12-11 Dordt. And Dordt back on serve in the far court. Ray Brandis with the pass for Indiana Wesleyan. Set goes outside to Collicott. She hit it way wide and a point for Dordt. 13-11 defenders here in set one. Finale of Pool C for both of these teams. Winner goes to the elimination round starting tomorrow morning. Short serve, dug up Rebecca Brandis. Quick set in the middle. Buckner tips over the block, and net violation called, I believe, on Lindsay Flown of Dordt. And it's 13-12 in favor of the defenders. Wildcats go back to serve with their libero, Rebecca Brandis. From the middle of the floor, dug up by her counterpart, Brookheis. Dumped over and dumped in by Gaysink. She did that a lot on Tuesday night against Lindsey Wilson to get 9 kills. And she gives Dordt a 14-12 lead. Siri Nelson back in for the defenders to serve. Dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Tavo tips over the block. Dug up by Gaysink. Back set goes to Walterstorff. Dug up by Rebecca Brandis, but over to the defenders. Slide to Flown, who gets the kill cross court for Dordt. 15-12 defenders and a timeout called by Indiana Wesleyan's Candace Moats. We'll take a break ourselves. Set number one, Dordt leads 15-12. Wildcats at serve receive the block up front by Lindsay Flown of Dordt, who leads 16-12. Defenders up 4 on serve, dug up Rebecca Brandis. Quick set in the middle, tipped by Egebrecht, dug up by the defenders. Hit in the middle by Flown, and she gets it off the block and in, and Dordt has a 5-point lead, 17-12. Indiana Wesleyan hitting 0 to start this first set. Dug up by Ray Brandis. Back set goes to Tavo. Off the block and in. It's point for defenders on the block assist. Flown and Walterstorff, and the Dordt defenders lead by 6. Nelson again to serve. Dug up by Ray Brandis. Slide this time. Egebrecht hits it on the back line for the kill. Wildcats break the string by Dordt as it was tied at 11. Dordt has gotten 7 out of the last 9 to lead by 5, 18-13. Lindsey Rogan back into the back row to serve for the Wildcats. Ball dug up by the defender, set in the middle to Floan. Dug up by Collicott. Joust at the net. Dug up by Dort. Walterstorff swings. Gets blocked, but dug up by the defenders. Slide this time. Floan blocked out of bounds, but dug up nicely by Rebecca Brandis. Egebrecht in the middle. Follows her setter and puts it away. 18-14. Dort's lead down to 4. Wildcats still on serve. Collicott will check out, and Kristen Perdina in for the Wildcats up front. Dort on offense. Set goes out to Walterstorff off the antenna. Point Wildcats. 18-15. Dort's lead down to 3. Indiana Wesleyan's cut it in half with 3 in a row. Rogan's serve is way too long, and an unforced error gives Dort a 19-15 lead. First service error for the Wildcats. Dort to serve. Selene Hahn back to serve. Dug up by Rebecca Brandis. And a double called on number 14, Katie Haller, who tried to dump it in and put it on the tape and then hit it again, and it's a point for Dort. 20-15 defenders. Short serve, Ray Brandis. Set to Egebrecht, dug up by Nelson. Slide to Walterstorff, who puts it away. Walterstorff with 3, and it's a 21-15 lead for Dort. Ray Brandis, not a great pass. Set out to Perdine, and it's hit wide of the antenna, and a point for Dort. Indiana Wesleyan can't keep the ball on the floor. It's 22-15 in favor of the defenders. Hahn to serve again for Dort. Far court. Short serve, dug up Ray Brandis. Set goes out to Perdine, and it's blocked out of bounds, and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. Raina Troyer returns for the Wildcats. She replaces Perdina. And Troyer will serve down 6, 22-16 for the Wildcats. Jump float from the lefty, deep. Slide, Walterstorff got it. Walterstorff with 4. She ties Lindsay Floan for the team lead for Dort, who's got a 7-point lead at 23-16. The setter, Kayla Gasink, back to serve for the defenders. Cross court, dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Set goes to Ray Brandis, blocked, dug up by Gasink. Set back to Horseman, blocked. Walterstorff, back row attack called on Dort, and a point for Indiana Wesleyan. Egebrecht will go back to serve. Down 6 for the Wildcats, 23-17. Brooke Heiss with the pass as the serve went down the line. Horseman swings and gets the kill. Jenna Horseman with the kill. Her second, and it's set point for Dort at 24-17. And this large crowd here for Dort is on their feet. Walterstorff to serve for the defenders. Jump float, dug up Rebecca Brandis. Set goes to Buckner. Buckner dug up by Brooke Heiss, but not saved, and a point for the Wildcats. Tavo returns up front for Indiana Wesleyan. Set point number 2 for Dort, leading 24-18. Haller to serve, deep, dug up Walterstorff, tied at the net, and we've got a back row block called on Dort. Gasink just tried to save it and got called for the back row block on the swing by Buckner, or the touch by Buckner. Walterstorff with the pass. Gasink sets it outside. Horseman sends it, and we've got a double. Double on Horseman. Indiana Wesleyan back within 4 at 24-20. Deep serve, dug up Brooke Heiss. Gasink out to Horseman. Dug up Rebecca Brandis, and it's going out of bounds, and a point for Dort. Defenders take set number 1, 25-20, and they lead the best of 5 in this elimination match between these two teams. 1-0. Winner goes to the elimination round of the tournament starting tomorrow morning. Dordt leads 1-0. Josh Baker back with you here at court number 1. We've got the finale of Pool C for the Dordt Defenders and the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats. Both teams 1-1, fighting for the last spot in Pool C to go to the elimination round, which starts tomorrow morning. The number 1 seed in this pool, the Biola Eagles, are already 2-0 and have clinched the pool with wins over Dordt and Indiana Wesleyan. So no matter what happens here, Biola still gets the number 1 seed out of this pool, and the winner of this match will go to the elimination round starting tomorrow, and the loser, unfortunately, sees their season end. Dordt taking set 1, 25-20, led by Jenna Horstman and Brooke Walterstorff, who both had 4 kills. Krausman had 3. Excuse me, it was Lindsay Floan who had 4, not Horstman. Horstman had a pair. 12 assists for Gaysink in that first set. They outblocked him 3-0. 2 blocks for Floan. For Indiana Wesleyan, they were led by Christine Egebrecht, who had 4. Remy Buckner had 3. And 1 apiece for Perdina, Ray Brandis, and Tavo. In the far court, Indiana Wesleyan will start serve with Rebecca Brandis, dug up Walterstorff. Set goes in the middle of the keel. Nice dig, Rebecca Brandis. Can they save it? No. Point for Dordt. 1-0 to start set number 2 for the Defenders. Dordt, the number 3 seed in this pool. Indiana Wesleyan, the number 4. Served by Bausma, who's in. Dug up by the Wildcats. Down ball to Brookheis. Set by Walterstorff out to Krausman. Dug up nicely by Rebecca Brandis. Sent in the middle. Egebrecht is blocked. And Floan, swing and miss. Strike 1. Point for Indiana Wesleyan. Lindsey Rogan back in now for the Wildcats to serve in the far court. Ball dug up Brookheis. Set goes outside. Krausman gets the kill. Megan Krausman with her 4th. Trio of defenders with 4 kills apiece. Floan, Walterstorff, and Krausman. Siri Nelson back to serve now for Dordt, leading 2-1 here in the second. Set goes out, and a double called on Indiana Wesleyan set on the setter. Katie Haller will get called for the double. It's 3-1 Dordt. Nelson serve, dug up by Ray Brandis. Back set the slide, Eggebrecht tip, dug up by Gaysink. Set by Floan, tough angle, Walterstorff gets it over. Set in the middle, Eggebrecht dug up by Brooke Heiss. Gaysink tried to go deep corner, dug up by the Wildcats. Collicott blocked out of bounds at a point for Indiana Wesleyan. So Collicott gets the kill for the Wildcats. It's 3-2 Dordt. Here in the second with the defenders leading 1-0. Raina Troyer back in to serve for the Wildcats. Dug up by Bausma. Quick set in the middle. Flown tips. Dug up by the Wildcats. Set out to Ray Brandis. Dug up by Brooke Heiss. Out now it goes to Walterstorff, and she's blocked by the Wildcats. Eggebrecht and Katie Haller, the setter, get block assists, so we're tied at 3 here in the second. Troyer to serve, and it's too long, and a point for Dordt. Second service error for Indiana Wesleyan. It's 4-3 in favor of the defenders. Selene Hahn back in now to serve for Dordt. Deep corner, dug up by Troyer. Out it goes Ray Brandis down the line. Nice dig by Bausma. Outside it goes to Horstman, dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Quick set to Ray Brandis. She tips over the block. Nice dig by Siri Nelson. Down ball coming to Indiana Wesleyan. Slide to Eggebrecht, who tipped over the block, dug up by number 19, Selene Hahn. And then number 13, Jenna Horstman puts it away for Dordt. 5-3, defenders with the lead, up 1-0. Ball dug up by Rebecca Brandis. Ray Brandis will swing. Cross court at the 10-foot line. She got it. Nice swing by Ray Brandis. She's got a pair. And it's 5-4 Dordt. Indiana Wesleyan back on serve. Buckner back in up front for the Wildcats as Eggebrecht serves it deep and out of bounds, and a second straight service error for Indiana Wesleyan. Dordt now leads 6-4. Keel comes back in along with Krausman for Dordt. Gaysink to serve for the defenders. Deep serve dug up by Troyer. Ray Brandis swings, dug up by Brooke Heiss. Overpass, Buckner puts it down for the Wildcats. Remy Buckner with the kill for Indiana Wesleyan. That is her fourth. She's 4 of 6 with no errors. She's hitting .667. 6-5 Dordt. Indiana Wesleyan in the far court to serve. Walterstorff with the pass. Brooke Heiss has to set. And a block up front by Buckner. And number 2, Christiana Tavo for Indiana Wesleyan off the swing by Horstman. And we're tied at 6. Walterstorff with the pass, overpass, slammed down by Indiana Wesleyan's Ray Brandis, and they've taken a 7-6 lead. This is kind of what faulted Dordt last night, was their serve receive. And now Indiana Wesleyan looking to take advantage. Another deep serve, dug up Walterstorff. Set goes outside to Horstman, and Horstman goes cross court for the kill. Jenna Horstman with 4, and it's a tie ball game at 7. Walterstorff to serve for Dordt. Ray Brandis with the pass, quick set in the middle. Buckner puts it away. Remy Buckner is 5 of 7 with no errors, and Indiana Wesleyan retakes an 8-7 lead. Ray Brandis to serve. Walterstorff with the pass. Gaysink to Keel, and Keel gets the kill. We're tied at 8. Keel now with a pair. Set goes out to Collicott, but a double is called on Katie Haller of Indiana Wesleyan, and Dordt retakes the 9-8 lead. Brooke Heiss to serve again for the defenders. Dug up Ray Brandis. Set in the middle to Buckner, dug up by Brookheis. And a double this time is called on the defenders, number 18, Megan Krausman. We're tied at 9.